Welcome to GreenBiz Studio. My name is Vartan Badalian, Director of Transportation at GreenBiz, and I'm thrilled to be speaking with Charlotte Lollar, Delta Airlines Director of Sustainable Aviation Fuel. Charlotte, it's nice to have you on.
Great. Thank you so much for having me, Bart. I'm very happy to be here.
Of course. Let's just dive right in. For those unfamiliar, what is SAF and what role does it play in Delta's journey towards net zero?
Yeah, absolutely. So, sustainable aviation fuel, or SAF, as we like to call it in the industry, is a renewable jet fuel or replacement for conventional jet fuel. In some cases, we see reductions of anywhere from 80% to up to 100% less carbon emission from that fuel. It's made from some sort of renewable feedstock. That could be some sort of fatty acid or used cooking oil. There's also a lot of innovation right now around other types of feed, including woody biomasses, direct air capture, other types of carbon emissions. But what's really great about it is that it's almost chemically identical to a jet fuel, and it can be dropped in immediately. So it forms a really big part of our sustainability strategy here at Delta, because it's something that we can use today. But we have a lot of goals around decarbonizing our operations here at Delta, including using a lot more SAF, 10% by 2030, and being net zero by 2050. So SAF is really important to get us to those goals. And it's especially important because it doesn't require any sort of retrofitting of our aircraft or any sort of big upgrades at the facilities. So it's a great solution today.
Wonderful. So then, diving a bit deeper, what will it take to fully scale the production and industry-wide adoption of sustainable aviation fuel?
It's going to take really collaboration across the entire value chain. So far, what we've seen is a big focus on SAF as an end product. So where available, we purchase it across all of the airlines on a global scale. But the reality is there's not a lot of SAF available today. And so I think it's going to take more investment, collaboration, and risk sharing across the entire value chain. And that really means the producers, right? So investing in new projects and innovation. It means the airlines investing in long-term commitments, also willing to sign long-term offtakes and contracts for that fuel. The banks to help finance it and really bankroll the operation, and all of the players in between that. So technology companies, engineering companies, governments, and legislators to ensure that there is some sort of incentive or regulatory framework to support that. So, the short answer is it takes a lot of collaboration from all of us.
Wonderful. So then, zooming into just Delta's portion of that collaboration or piece, what investments or progress has Delta made to advance SAF, and what are you personally most excited about?
At Delta, we're really committed to decarbonizing our operations, and we're really going all in on SAF. So we've worked with existing producers to secure sustainable aviation fuel today, but we're also working with future producers and future technologies to just help signal that we're here, the demand exists. We have really big goals. So by 2030, we're looking to secure about 10% SAF, which is about 400 million gallons. And then by 2050, it's net zero. Today, there's not enough SAF in the world to fuel like one day's worth of operations. And so it's really important that we help scale and see some success in all the projects that have been announced so far. Really excited because we recently announced the investment in the Minnesota SAF Coalition, where we're working with partners across the value chain, including Bank of America, Excel Energy, and Ecolab, amongst others, to really start those projects and those cross value chain initiatives to help scale and grow the availability of SAF. So I'm really excited about that. As far as technologies go, I'm pretty excited about innovation. So far, we've seen there's a lot of HEFA available in the market, and there's some scaling happening around alcohol to jet. But really, when we think about SAF and taking it from 10 million gallons a year to 100 million gallons a year to maybe 1 billion gallons a year, we really have to scale the technology. And so I'm really excited about innovations around methanol to jet, power to liquid, and second generation alcohol to jet. And I think it's when we see those technologies take off that we'll really start to see the multipliers across the SAF availability.
I appreciate that background. With that, thank you so much, Charlotte. You just heard from Charlotte Lollar, Director of Sustainable Aviation Fuel at Delta Airlines.
Great. Thank you for having me.